Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am the same person who was in the last couple of videos. I just had a bad accident with my trimmer. I actually got a new trimmer and I was not sure about the size, so I put on a 3mm clip and then tried to shape my beard, but unfortunately it took a big chunk out and I was like, end of the world for me. I was kind of skeptical about coming into YouTube without my beard, which was like my pride, but here I am, so excuse that. So in this episode I'm going to show you how you can edit your portraits using Lightroom. I will not be very technical about it. I would not use Photoshop or some major complex software that would be a little too confusing to understand for you, but I'll use Lightroom, which is like the Bible for a photographer, I guess. I mean, if you're a photographer and if you're not using Lightroom, it's high time I think you should. So I will show you how you can edit on Lightroom step by step, and also I will tell you how you can save your edits as a preset on Lightroom, so that the next time you come to edit your portraits on Lightroom, you can just edit your picture with a click only. And that will also help you in gaining consistency over a longer period of time, because in social media consistency is the key, and I'm sure people who are on Instagram knows what consistent feed looks like. So without wasting much time, let's hop into the action. But before that, do check out my new intro. I've just made it, and do tell me how was it in the comment box below. The first thing you need to do is hop into the Lightroom module, and once you're in the Lightroom module, you need to import your photos which you mean to edit. So for that you have to go to Files, File, Import Photos and Videos, and then you have to browse to the folder where you have kept your photos which you intend to edit. There is it. Now I don't need all the photos, so I will just select a couple. So I untick the box there and maybe select a couple from the folder itself. Yeah, that's the one I like, and that's the another one. Let's see if I can get a couple more. Oh, they're horrible. No. Now I think for the demonstration purposes 2 is enough, so let's import them by clicking on import. So now once you're in the library, you have to go into the develop module by selecting one of the image. So select and go to develop. Now here it is, we are into the Lightroom develop module, and you can see everything is there right in the corner where you can tweak your photos. The first thing that I would do is just go in below and enable profile correction. That will remove all the darkness around the edges, and then we'll start. For this, the exposure is pretty fine, so I don't need to change much. First, the temperature to 5200, I think that's my preferred temperature range. The exposure would be a tad down, I think that's okay. Contrast a little high, highlights down, shadows up to 60, I think 57 is fine. Whites further white and black a little bit darker. Clarity to a tad higher. Okay, now we are in the tone curve here. I mean, this is where the magic in the Lightroom happens. So you have to click on that, select the RGB channel, and you have to place the pointers on the intersecting points here. That's another one, that's going to be another one, and that's the final one. So now I have to crush the black a bit. It gives a lovely matte effect, not too much. Remember, subtlety is the key. A little bit, I think that's fine. In that process we lost a bit of contrast, so I'm just giving the contrast back, the mid-tones a little down. I think that's okay, and the highlights are further down. Okay, now click on your point curve again. Now use this region, highlights down, lights up, darks. I think that's fine. And the shadows area, I mean, this is where the most of the magic happens in the portrait. You'll have to use it as per your advantage to not overdo anything. I think -18 is fine. Now you have to go to the HSL tab and see one by one what is affecting your photo. I think that's important. I mean, for you to find your taste, you need to check the HSL tab and check individually all the colors itself. Yellow. The green is actually taking a lot away from the image, so I'll try to numb it down. I like this. Remove the sliders to see what are the colors that are affecting your image. Yeah. I think this is going to be okay. Minus 24. Yeah. And now to the luminance section. In order to make the colors rich, we have to lower the luminance, some particular colors, to make the colors appear more rich. That's too much, I guess. Yeah, this green looks fine. Blue is not affecting that much. Next to split toning. I don't like to change much here because it actually affects your photos quite a lot. So I think, yeah, as you can see there. So I think it's better to keep it as it is. Maybe a little tweak here and there. Okay, a little bit of veneering to bring your eyeballs more into the subject. To not go overboard with this, just I think this is fine. Okay, now to the camera calibration. This is how your camera reads the color. So you can tweak it to get the desired look. So for me, it's like blue primary first. I think. Yeah, fine. Okay. Okay, now red primary. I think green is a bit too much. You have to mellow it down a bit. Now into the red primary. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, now I have to now let's use the brush to smoothen the skin. Remember, the clarity should be left at -100. I think the best way to go is at -86 and not do too much of it. As you can see, the skin is smoothing itself. You don't need Photoshop to do this. I mean, the Lightroom is good enough for that. Remember to avoid the freckles and the highlights to keep the things more natural and subtle. Avoid the lips, the eyes, the nostrils. And you can roll your mouse wheel to make it appear larger or smaller. Now if you look into the eyes, it's actually very dark. I mean, I would prefer a little light in the eyes, so I'll select another brush and set everything to 0 and then just brush on the eyes, 1:1 ratio, select on the eye and then just brush on the eye. To see what are you editing, it's recommendable to use the mask. I mean, to see the mask rather, press O to see the mask itself. It'll give you a guideline on what we have edited. So if I want to say it, press O. Yeah, as you can see that it's pretty well done. Yeah. And just increase the exposure to a tad bit so that the eyes comes out. A little further. I think that looks just fine. Now you can change the color of your eye. I mean, very subtle. No, I think here. Yeah, I think that's fine. So let's see the image. So there you are. So let's go and look into the before and after. Yeah. As you can see, the image looks pretty nice here. I mean, the mood is very well set and the edit is good, I would say. Now, if you want to select it as a preset or set it as a preset, click there, name it. Just name demo, and as you can see, all the user presets, I mean, those are my presets which are made by me, so it's there already. So for any other image you want to edit it with the same style, you can just click on that. It will be done in a click. As you can see, this is I like this image. I mean, it is a very intense look to it. I'll just select it. You can always preview there. Okay, so the edit is pasted here. There's a preset. Now we'll have to tweak it from here. The aqua is actually dominating, so you have to reduce it and increase the blue a bit. I think the white needs to go higher. So remember, when you use a preset, it's not the final edit, it's actually a guideline. I think this looks fine. And always remember, when you use a preset, the masks won't come. So you have to do it again, the skin softening thing. And if you do something extra, for example, like if you do something which you don't mean to, you can always press Alt, which will come as a subtract option, and then you can erase the extra mask. And then release the Alt again to get back to the edit. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Now again, we have to redo the eyes. Set everything to 0. Press O. This looks good. I'll use a little bit of blue here, as it would give a lovely match to the scarf that the lady is wearing. Subtle, fine. Let's look into the before and after for this image now. Looks pretty good. You have to export the images, or save it rather. any desired folder, and then you can use your watermark as well. I've just previously saved, so I'll just overwrite. I need to save the last image as well. Now once you have saved an image and you would like the same thing to happen, you can use export as previous, or you can just use the same settings. So that's it guys, hopefully the video was helpful for you, and I'm sure that you have learned a little about Lightroom, and I assure you that if you start using Lightroom more, your photos will improve drastically, especially the edits, and you can upload the same on social media and get some incredible amount of attention if your photos turn out that well. So I would request you to please like, comment, share and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. So I'll be back again with another video, another tutorial, and also as usual do mention in the comment box below about the type of the content that you want me to create, and till then, take care. Next time একটা ভিডিও বানাবো how to get a million views আর ওটাতে 200 views থাকবে।